I'm just gonna do this, okay? What's going on, guys? So, I have honestly, just for quick context recently, like, there's just been a shift in my life recently. And definitely a little prior to last year, and even a little bit in last year, there were a lot of moments where I would come up with an idea for a video, but I wouldn't do it. Because I was like scared of like backlash, or I was like, oh, I don't know if this is like too much for viewers, and blah 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 blah. But now, I don't know. It's like ever since January 1st of this year, like it's like something woke up inside of me, and now I'm just like, just whatever I truly desire, I'm just gonna go for it, and I'm just gonna create it, and that's it, And I have been, and that just leads me to why this video exists, because I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time. But in all honesty, I've been like literally afraid of making this video because I thought it'd be misconstrued, it'd be misunderstood. But fuck it. I'm just gonna do it, okay? Because it's been weighing on my heart, it's been weighing on my consciousness. Me and a buddy of mine have had like a literal like 30-40 minute conversation on the phone about this, so I'm just gonna do it, okay? And this video it's not monetized, okay? It's not monetized because that's not the point. That's not the point. Here's the point. And I'm not going to do any hand-holding, okay? I'm going to talk to you as if you are just as big of a fan of Chris Stuckmann as I am, okay? Simply put, I love Chris Stuckmann. In my personal opinion, I've been watching Chris Stuckmann since about 2009, maybe a little tick before, but definitely since about 2009. For sure. 2009 to 2012, somewhere within there is when I started watching Chris Stuckmann like regularly, and like ever since his inception review, basically. And in my opinion, Chris Stuckmann is and has always been since then, since about 2009. Chris Stuckmann has always been the best movie reviewer on the platform. Period. That's it. And it's mostly because I think that Chris Stuckmann, he is just he's like a fucking analyst when it comes to movies, you know what I mean? Like when he reviews movies, you can tell it's coming from a place of like real love and enjoyment, but someone who really appreciates the craft, And ever since, like literally, if you go to like his best of 2017 video, okay, like very soon after that, all the way to today, Chris Stuckmann has just he's just been off. He's just been off his game. And it's not like his videos have been bad, but it's just like, it's not the same Chris. It's like this new Chris that has led to this video. like the Chris Stuckmann that I know and love, literally look like his best of 2017 video, from that point all the way back to his first fucking video. That is the Chris Stuckmann that I know. Who is that Chris Stuckmann? That Chris Stuckmann is someone who, every time there's a video, there's genuine, joyful, delightful, almost like childlike enthusiasm for filmmaking and for movies. Whether the film is good or bad, masterpiece or atrocious, he approaches his videos in such a obviously loving way, and it's so clear that he loves movies, and he's extremely, he's energetic. It's almost like he's like barely restraining his fucking excitement. It's like the most adorable shit ever. You know what I mean? But then ever since last year to now, it's almost as if like this very somber, tired, fatigued, exhausted, seemingly depressed Chris Stuckmann is now here to stay. And it's like, whoa, what is that? You know what I mean? That's not the Chris Stuckmann that I know. And there's also been like other red flags as well, at least in my opinion. Like Chris Stuckmann, like he didn't give any movie last year an A+ rating, for example, and which is like what, you know? The man who loves movies, right, through and through his soul, and you know, as of recent, you know, he's spoken out a few times on how like there's been this disconnect between him and cinema when it comes to last year. Oh, and then with his grading system, like recently, well, even like his best of 2018 video, like, you know, when you look at his 2017 video, it's highly edited, professionally edited as per usual. Wasn't he wearing a suit that time, I think, or was that the time before then? But like, there's like all these cool sound effects and blah 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 blah. It's like in his best of 2018 video, it's almost like he went out with the intention of doing like the least amount of editing plausible, which is so weird of Chris, you know. And like, it's almost like he did it because he felt like he had to do it, you know, as opposed to like really wanting to do it, you know. And then recently he was talking about how he might take away his grading system entirely. He might stop doing worst of videos entirely, which I do understand, but at the same time it's like, what? You know? And also it's like, by that logic, you know, I mean, shit, shouldn't you just say fuck it and cut out doing just cut out doing reviews for bad movies in general, you know what I mean? Things that are like D's and F's, you know? And, you know, it just seems like he's just been off his game. Like something's wrong behind the scenes. And the best conspiracy theory that I've been able to get a grasp of as to why there's been this change in Chris Stuckmann is that he did do that video about the Defy Media thing, you know, which if you missed it, I'll include the link down below. And it's like, oh, I mean, yes, maybe, I mean, there is the whole thing of him having like a disconnect with movies from last year, but it's like, is the Defy Media video, everything he's talking about there, could that be why his performance has just been dramatically off? And this isn't something that like I'm just pulling out my ass, okay? There have been countless comments on his videos talking about the very thing that I am addressing in this video, okay? And there's also been countless videos of people talking about how like he's had this, he almost looks like dead inside on his thumbnails, you know? Like he's smiling, but like there's just something wrong behind the smile. I just wanted to say that I personally feel like his performance, like I just feel like he's just been off. Like his if him reviewing movies is a performance, I feel like his performance has been really off. Like he's been really off his game. And I just wanted to say to the fans of Chris Stuckmann and to Chris Stuckmann himself, if somehow he watches this, which I highly doubt, but I just want to say, like, man, seriously, you are one of the best reviewers. You are the best movie reviewer on the platform. I know for a fact that something is off with you, and this has been ongoing. My suspicion is that this is just something behind the scenes. More than likely, it's directly related to the Defy Media thing, but there's definitely something behind the scenes that has caused your performance to be off. And I just want to say, honestly, if necessary, man, like for real, like Chris, if you need to take like if you need to just like pull a Shane Dawson or like an iDubbbz and just take 3 to 4 months off and to come back rejuvenated, honestly, I'd say do it, you know, or at least consider, substantially speaking, at least consider, like, I wonder, like, where these comments came from. I wonder why Jor-El feels like he should have said this. I wonder how you should address that, you know, or how I should address this. And I just want you to think about that, because honestly, I just, you know, I not only want the old Chris Stuckmann back, but I just want you to be happy, man. It sounds so cheesy, but honestly, I just want you to be happy, man. I hope that 2019 goes better for you. I hope things go much smoother for you behind the scenes, and I just hope that your relationship, if you will, with filmmaking is just more improved this year. Because I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit different, but I have such a artists that I really fuck with. I just have such an immense amount of respect for them. It's a very, very, very immense amount of respect. I mean, the level of respect that I have for Chris Stuckmann is extraordinarily high, because I see so much of myself in him, you know, and vice versa. And I can't stand the fact that, like, there could be this possibility that, like, Chris Stuckmann is like, I'm going through some things, you know, behind the scenes, but I'm just gonna push through, even if my character seems a little bit off. I'm just gonna push through, and if that's what's been happening recently, like, man, fuck all that shit, man. I would rather you be completely happy reviewing movies than any other way, you know. Because it's almost like I can feel your energy through your videos. So, like, when your performance is off, that energy, I can feel that energy. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a bad mood, I can feel it, no matter how much you try to mask it, you know. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, hopefully this video made sense. I don't know if it did. Because I certainly don't want it to make it sound like I'm hating on Chris, or, you know, I want him to be exactly as he was in 2009, you know. I'm certainly not saying that, but, you know, I just felt like there's just something behind the scenes bugging Chris, and I just feel like Chris has been in, like, a sour mood sometimes when he's behind the camera, or when he's in front of the camera, but he just pushes through anyways, because that's maybe what he feels he's supposed to do. And I just want to say, man, listen, again, if you want to take 3 months off to get rejuvenated again, to get refreshed, do it, man. I'm a major fan, and it would be really cool to kind of see more of the old Chris Stuckmann, if I'm just being completely honest with you, because that is the artist that I kind of fell in love with, as melodramatic and as cheesy as that sounds. And I cannot believe I actually made this video. Holy fuck. I was really intimidated about making this video. But, I mean, Chris, if you take nothing else away from this video, I wish you the best. Hopefully this is a brighter year for you, creatively speaking. And, yeah, that's all. I don't know. I just want you to be happy when you make videos, you know, and that's it. I just felt like you need to hear that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe this video was a stupid idea. Maybe I'm not making sense. For all I know, maybe there'll just be 100 dislikes to 5 likes on this bitch or something, and it'll get misconstrued. I don't know, honestly. But, I just hope that going forward you have good energy input into your videos, you know? Because it hasn't felt like that in a long, long time. And there's been like, you know, a couple videos here and there very, very recently that are a bit exceptional, but I don't know. I wish you nothing but the best. But that's it. Yeah, that's all I got. Over and out. I hope I get to meet you someday, bud.